JanBask training. Learn and grow.
Hello everyone, this is Nidhi from JanBask Training and I'm very glad to present you a very informative video on the topic Business Process Analysis. So let's begin with seeing the learning objectives. Learning objective for today would be understanding of business process analysis, very important process maps, and types of process maps which would be flowcharts, modeling framework and modeling software. Let's see one example of British Airways. This was actually give you an idea how we are going to study business process analysis. So currently we are at British Airways website. Now you can see multiple options over here. One can search for multiple things, one can look for help, one can manage the bookings in the my booking sections, and then you have multiple help options, assistance and travel news. And you, since I belong to India, it shows as India, so you have all those details. Then you have flight search, you have flight plus hotels or flight plus cars, and multiple other things on the British Airways pages. But then maybe the features are different, but the business process which might have run at the organization level in British Airways would definitely be same. Let's move ahead and see one more example of business process. Let's go to Amazon, very famous e-commerce site. Amazon gives you vast results and so many products. So, as you can see, it has so many bars, many options, deals and promotions, and listing of so many products. So there are multiple things on one single screen in Amazon. But then the business process, even in Amazon, which would have ran, would definitely would be same. You have different entities displayed in front of world, but the process which you would have put would be same behind it. So that means there is a lot of analysis which runs in any organization. We constantly hear about business process analysis across industry and in our organization. But what do we actually mean by business process analysis? Business process analysis is the key concept in logical analysis. It is very calculative and it has helped firms and organizations to see a tremendous growth not only in the quality of work which they produce but also with the revenue they generate. The way of analytical thinking has broadened so much that it directly impacts growth of our organizations. It is done based on strong analysis of the processes which is being followed. And this is what forms business process analysis. It is very important to understand the steps, the sequence which we are following when we are deciding what our business is going to give us. We randomly cannot go for the output of our businesses. Rather, the step by step and the sequential flow helps us to analyze if our business process is going in the correct path. And this all things are done with the analytical method of analyzing the business process. Business process analysis helps to gain multiple factors, out of which the most important are maximum efficiency, flawless delivery, and the process to run with set of protocols and procedure. Guys, protocols and procedures are very important in our organization. We cannot have a set of processes which are followed differently. Rather than we put a standardized base to it. Business process analysis helps us to improve the performance, quality, and future of a business. They are derived from various contributors, and these contributors could be internal or could be external. But all of them follow a common process method to reach the organization's goal. It revolves under following factors, and these factors are very important. The first one being stakeholder listing. Listing down the stakeholders or the people who would be involved in driving this process is very important because these are the actual contributors who are directly or indirectly impacted by the result of business process. These stakeholders move forward to analyze the process. They gather information from various other sources, which could be something internal, someone internal, any other medium externally, any tools, any previous experiences, or any feedbacks. With the help of these information, they do the process mapping and they come up with the business process. But then they also look for potential improvements. Remember, business process analysis is a continuous effort and a continuous journey which is aligned with organization vision and mission. So now we have a fairly good idea of how business process analysis works in the industry. Let's go back to our example of Amazon.com. Guys, you can see there are lots and lots of products on the homepage of Amazon.com. And all these products have followed the same business process analysis. Let's do a quick search of a product camera. And I have so many listing of the products. But then with this, I as a organizations person would try to look for the patterns from the audience as what the search is going to be. What are the types of cameras selected by most of the audience? What my end customers are looking so that I can improve it. When I improve it, I'll try to bring in new features. It's very important to constantly work on your business process. We saw this in our previous information. I hope such examples are helping you, all of you out. Put up your questions in the comment section so that I come back to you and help you out on the same. These specifications actually help your business processes in the organization. And like you can see, it increases the filter options, it increases the end customer and the revenue and growth of the organizations. Business process is a continuous effort. It runs within an organization to see a successful business. The associates involved work together, and there are improvements which are done on the basis of learning, feedbacks, failure points, and multiple experiences. Business process is a set of activities aligned in proper structure. It's very important to follow a sequential flow to understand business process and take it forward. Stakeholders perform these processes to reach business goals. The business process often runs with an objective. It sees the objective of giving a quality product out of it and increasing the revenue of the organization. Let's see an ideal example of customer support service. If I put this customer support service example in travel industry, how would the business process behave? Any customer complaint in the travel industry would come, maybe any kind of issue, maybe a payment issue, an incorrect passenger details, booking cancellation, or change in schedule. However, the efficiency of this scenario would be successful with the help of various tools involved. These tools can be telephone, emails, chatbot, raise a complaint via the service desk, or live chats. In all such cases, the first person to see the complaint might be same or different, but the most important factor would be to resolve the issue. And to resolve the issue, the business process which would be followed would be same. So let's go back to our example of British Airways and understand how this would work with different forums in the same organization. So here is our website of British Airways. Now, let's take one simple, very simple use case. If any end customer reaches to British Airways by customer support, by chatbot, by live chats, by service desk, or by any other medium for any query related to flights. If I'm taking the example of flights, maybe the search is not working for that customer, or maybe he or she needs assistant in the booking, or maybe he or she needs to want to do another thing, or they have a complaint regarding their booking. All the forums will follow the same procedure because the business process defined to give a solution to the customer would be same. Similarly, if the customer is trying to do a booking from London, Bangalore, London to India, and he's doing a search and is getting some options, he's getting some details on the search page, which are the British Airways flights. Now, now if the customer has some questions and he's reaching out to the organization by customer support or any other medium, by whatsoever medium the person reaches, he or she gets the same information. Either he or she automatically views the details, or he asks the help of a customer support. So why I'm explaining this minutely is because I want all of you to understand business process is standard and it is totally linked with the organization vision and mission. Any business unit or business functions do not deviate from the standard business process, and that's why a deeper analysis of all business processes is very, very important. Gathering such kind of information, what we see, what our end customer is facing or what our end customer is appreciating, helps to do a continuous improvement on our business process. We have a fairly good idea how our business process analysis work. And now as you can see on the screen, even if a customer wants to know government taxes, fees, and carrier charges, in this example, all the mediums, maybe the automatic or the manual mediums, would tell him the same parts and procedure which would land him to this particular page because the business process is standard. Let's see how business process is actually achieved. Business processes are actually achieved with help of process maps, and process maps are nothing but a visualization of flow or the defined structure which an organization should follow to achieve a successful business process. Business process mapping holds a very strong ground. It sees the future with a holistic view. The purpose is focused on the overall process and it needs to be in alignment with organization's goal. There are various tools which are used to design process maps, and they are flowcharts, modeling framework, and modeling software. Every single business units are independent, but their business processes has to be same. Let's understand each of the process maps. Let's begin with flowcharts. Flowcharts are actually most traditional and yet they are very successful across industry and any organization. So, how we draw flowcharts? I think most of you working in an organization and dealing with business processes and business analysis know how do we draw flowcharts. And these are very basic. And why flowcharts are so famous with any organization is because of their simplicity. You actually do not need very typical or complex tools. You can easily design it with the simplest tool. As in, to showcase this example, I have just taken a keynote and I'm able to draw a very normal and a basic flowcharts. The oval shape is the start point. You have the process points. You have the input boxes. And the diamond shape is actually the decision boxes. This diamond shape actually helps you to prepare you for the alternatives. Maybe if the process is in sequential format and if you have all these solutions, you can directly stop the process. Your business process completes. If not, what are the alternatives? Who are the next set of stakeholders to whom I need to reach about it? Actually, flowcharts makes life easier. It helps to simplify certain things. It's the first set of documents or first flow diagram that should be actually drawn when you are analyzing a business process because it helps you to break down complex things. It simplifies things in such a way that it is easier, even for the end customer, to understand that, yeah, this is my end product. So I would recommend all of you to jot down your points and then depict them in flowcharts in sequential diagram. If not very typical, at least the basic ones, because visualization helps much more than reading a document. And trust me, flowcharts will do that magic for you. If you have any questions on how do you work in and around flowcharts, please put up in the comment section and I'll be much glad to help you out with it. I'm doing this on a Keynote tool. However, there are multiple tools available in the market over the internet and in your software, or in your laptop, with the help of which you can actually draw the basic flowcharts. Any kind of solutions can be found with the flowchart. If not the complete solution, at least it will put your path onto which direction you should go. Do you have the solution? Then it would be definitely a sequential diagram. If you do not have it, then it will show you what is your alternative path. This is actually a very basic flow, but then you can actually do magic and do wonders with the flowcharts. Flowcharts actually form the basis of next level of process maps, that is modeling framework and modeling software. It is flowcharts which get deepens and helps you understand what end result you are targeting. The next process map is ahead of flowcharts, and it is modeling framework. It's actually the next level of the mapping framework. Modeling framework actually has various components. It looks on the vision and mission of the organization. It sees what is the strategy of the organization. It values the culture which people follow in any organization. It sees what are the latest tools and technologies. And most importantly, it actually revolves around business plannings and the roadmaps. Modeling framework actually is the standardized base, and it is set up and approved by the organization. It is aligned with organization's policy, and its complete focus is on mission and vision. But then modeling framework has very strong pillars, and these are financial identification, architecture, and organization's value. It's very important to know how well an organization is working in terms of finance, so that it helps to bring more quality products and increase the revenue of the organization. Drilling down further, we have modeling software. Modeling software actually sits on the modeling framework because modeling framework sets the standardized base. Modeling software sets the platform for various business simulation. It has become a powerful tool with current situation. It has shown rapid growth, and it has brought huge success for the organization, and it has helped to identify bottlenecks. The bottlenecks which could lead for the failures of business process. Modeling framework has a record keeping capability. It helps in maintaining history and versioning. Thus, it actually helps to figure it out what went wrong and what went right in case of various editings of the business process. KPIs are also driven by this software process. At client level, it helps the customer facing team a lot. They apply this in change management, and modeling software has been successful in the turnaround time for the clients in change management. In a way, it simplifies to solve the issues. There are various modeling softwares available in the market. Some of them are Lucidchart, Modulo, or Open Model Sphere. So, finally concluding, business process analysis is a continuous effort. It wouldn't be wrong if I say business process analysis is a continuous journey. It keeps the viewpoint of a profitable running business. The strong foundation of any process depends on two aspects: revenue and growth of the organization, and it comes with proper follow of a business process. Business process analysis identify future risk factors, and therefore it prepares the organization for the alternatives. I hope you were able to learn from this video and you had a great experience with us. You may watch our other related videos to learn more. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comment section. Subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. Thank you for watching and happy learning with JanBask training.
JanBask training. Learn and grow.